when we first moved out to Los Angeles to do the series for Fame, I had met Lee Carreri in New York when we'd done the pilot, and we'd become really good friends, and we'd hung out a lot in New York. And when we moved to Los Angeles, Lee and I got a place at Venice Beach together and were roommates. And so Lee and I were very, very close, the whole time, and we still are. And then throughout the series, we became this very intricate family. And there were definitely people who were closer to other people and, who spent more time. And I think some of that had to do with age. And P.R. Paul, who is only in the first year as Montgomery, has remained one of my closest friends over the years. And it's very funny. I think about Carlo and I, we were really like the fighting brother and sister. We loved each other to death, and we still do. We just saw each other at a reunion, and we were really laughing about this because we really loved each other, but we would butt heads, and we would get in arguments, and we would not speak to each other, for a couple days, and then we would both be sad and cry and make up. But it was really a lot of what you saw of Danny and Doris. It really was us. And Debbie's and my relationship would change over the years, and I think we got, Debbie and I think got much closer almost after the series was over, when we were both mothers, and just there was a different, it's like when she didn't, I think it was when she didn't have to be everybody's boss anymore, we all got closer, and I remember when Cynthia Gibb first came on the show, I was so mean to her. Just because she was so beautiful and perfect. And, and really it's that part of Doris that was like the part of me in school who was didn't feel like the pretty girl. And I remember going to Bill Blinn and saying listen, I'm glad that she's here on the series, but don't think that we're ever going to be friends. And of course we would end up really close friends, and still close friends to this day. But it's really funny, and she reminds me of that all the time. Carol Mayo Jenkins, who played the English teacher. Carol Mayo Jenkins I loved her because she was really a New York theater actress. She was a classically trained New York theater actress. So for me, she was really the role model. I just thought she was so elegant and so amazing. And we have stayed friends, throughout this. And different people, who made their way through the cast, who had become friends. And I still see David Greenlee, who played Dwight, and I run into Nia, who also has kids now, every once in a while. And it's, and I see Erica, who's, just, flowering and doing all of her own stuff, and, writing and creating. And it's still so much like Coco, only, Coco grown up. She's really, for me, she's sort of exactly what you would have expected her to grow up to be. And it's interesting too, because I'm basically the oldest member of the cast. So it's interesting to kind of look at where everybody else has come to, and almost everybody else are parents now and have children of their own. And it's nice. It's nice when we see each other. It was nice when we had the BBC reunion, and Jean was there. And in many ways, I'm very grateful to the BBC that they had that reunion, because it would be the last time that we would all spend time together and that we would see him. And he was really in good stead. I mean, he was funny and himself, and in very good spirits. And we laughed a lot and played in that day that we spent together. And it was a really beautiful day. And it was really, for me, the best way to remember him.